King Karim, what's good with you?
Yo, we here. This is 20 Talk, week episode 3.
Yes, sir. Dre Nice, what it do?
Hey, not much, man. We're here in the Hoodio, episode 3.
And you already know.
That's it.
Steph the Oracle. What's going on, boo?
What's up, guys? What's going on?
Man, everything. First and foremost, we have a guest. And it's like 2 weeks in a row. This guy's amazing.
I'm back. Back in the New York groove.
Hey!
I was going to go with hip hop with it, but okay.
All right.
Nice.
This is Mr. Party J. Jay, what's good, man?
What's good, people? Thank you for having me back.
Welcome back.
Episode. Let's go.
Yo, after last week, we had to have you back, man.
Absolutely.
I feel you.
Because people are hitting us back and they're saying, I had to watch Tenet again. I heard what Mr. Party J said, and I was like, I can't unsee the fact that that's possibly Patton's character as a kid now at the end.
Dropping those knowledge bombs,
I
baby.
can't unsee it, you know? So this is so awesome. But first things first, the inauguration.
Yeah.
I didn't even say that right, but I don't care. All we know is... my bad, yes. I got a big tongue or what. Look, this is amazing. Trump is gone, man.
That's it.
God is good. We have a first female vice president. And, well, okay, my bad. We got Biden too. Right? We got Biden too. But what's your thought on that, though? If anything, the first female vice president. First female
African American and Asian American, Asian American president. Yeah, so she's the first African American female.
Yep, one.
Female power.
And first Asian American.
Two,
so
that's three. Uh-huh.
3. So there's a lot coming from this woman.
Yeah.
Love to see it.
You know what I mean? And we can't wait to see what's gonna transpire in the days to come.
Yep. I feel this is a pivotal change in history. You know, just 12 years ago, we had a shift. You know, we had the first black president, and now we have the first, like you said, the first African American and half Asian. Right? Half Asian female vice president.
Yeah, and this all ties in with Martin Luther King that just passed on the holiday on Monday. So, you know, we're having a lot of leaders that we're following, and she is just out there making change and being a big role model. So this is a huge moment for not just females, but just for the country in general. So
right, it's monumental.
Yeah, man.
Monumental.
Like either way you look at it, it's the first black female vice president. I mean, every time you're gonna wake up for the next 4 years, you're just like, yo, anything's possible.
Absolutely.
And that's literally a fact now.
It is.
You know? So, well, for my Knicks, I don't know. You know, will they win a chip anytime soon?
Nets are looking good, man. We looking good.
Yeah,
Got the trio back.
Yeah. The Nets. I said the Knicks, man. This guy. But shout out to Brooklyn, you know?
Brooklyn.
So it's awesome. And I want to chime in on best dressed. I know we went from the president pretty fast, but you know, we're happy that the president's there, vice president is there, Democrat got everything, the whole blue movement, right?
Yeah. Did anybody have a chance to sit down and like kind of watch it and look at it?
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, I watched it.
I watched it.
Yeah.
Oh, what's your thoughts on it?
It was
Go ahead.
not the normal. You know, there's a lot of like I said, they had a lot of flags up there to represent the audience. Like you know, and then it was a limited selection crowd. It was, I guess, invite only. I guess it was.
I think so.
I believe
It was just like the lawn, just a little bit, a few chairs. Everybody was social distance.
Okay.
And then even upstairs in the Capitol Hill, everybody was like spaced out.
Okay.
I think they should have gave everybody off today. You know what I mean? Yeah. I went to work, you know what I mean? And like we didn't even get a chance like to enjoy it. Like,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
This
Like,
ain't no holiday.
It's a monumental.
My dad actually thought today was a holiday also, to be honest. He's like, why isn't it a holiday? I was like, I don't know. It's a good question, to be honest.
Should be.
It should be, right?
So it was very important.
Just to sit down and look at it and see it on the TV and stuff like that would be a great opportunity to see it. But
family time.
yeah,
Good learning
absolutely.
moment for everybody.
I mean, we talking about inauguration. I'm talking about Martin Luther King.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's like, it's not a holiday yet.
Yep.
No, it's national.
I mean, across the board.
Yeah, but some people don't represent it.
No,
Right.
but
Some
not everybody
Not all
recognizes
companies.
They
it.
don't recognize it.
Right.
It's not a national holiday, but it's a holiday.
It's a holiday,
for sure.
yeah.
Federally, it's
Banks are closed.
yeah, banks are closed and all that stuff, but some companies don't observe it.
Yeah.
And it's weird too because they probably some of them observe it on the Friday before the Monday.
And they work,
it's like let's make up the holiday and when it works with the schedule for the company.
It's easier to get people off of Fridays and Mondays.
Right.
Oh yeah, we want everybody to come in on Monday, So
yeah,
but at the same time, you got to be like, if the company's looking at their staff, they got to say, nah, we gotta let Dwayne off. We gotta let that boy AJ.
Wait a minute. You looking at your employees and say
if you don't, we got one off or y'all don't. Oh, fuck what you think.
Yeah, but like right now we have a Juneteenth off now. That's like a holiday.
Oh
now.
yeah, it's official.
Yeah, it's official.
Okay,
but now we don't know if it's gonna be a paid holiday. Like with me, they gave us as a
floating, right?
As a floating personal holiday.
Yeah, I remember you were telling me that.
Well,
because they don't know whether it's gonna be like a paid holiday now or is it just to give us a personal day from now on.
There it is.
But that's the word now. That's the official because Cuomo signed it off.
Oh, okay.
As like an official holiday for New York.
Shoot, man. But for strippers, I don't know. Like, you think we get floating days off? Like, I don't know,
Spend your money here.
It's a 20,
yeah,
but every day's a good day for them, yeah.
This inauguration was different.
Tuesdays.
Now,
Huh?
This inauguration was different.
Why was it different?
Because of what happened, transpired a week ago, 2 weeks ago. They had 25,000 National Guards posted.
Oh, right. Yeah.
25. And a lot of the Congress, they were wearing armor underneath. And they were checking each other. Like on the video, they were tapping their chest.
Stupid question. Why would they announce that they're wearing armor if the whole point was it to be kind of like not...
No, they didn't announce it, but the commentators, you see all the senators like tapping each other on the chest. Like punching the chest to make sure they have the armor on. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I thought they were just giving like the dabs and like the hugs and stuff.
No, I was making sure. And then
yo, what's good, G? You good?
Yeah, right.
What's up? Welcome back.
Dabs out
and then on some of them, you could see they were like puffed out. Their chests were kind of puffed out.
Well, I mean, again, a lot of people were worried about the whole events that transpired, those 2 weeks ago. So I guess for them, they're just doing everything for any safety precautions. So
what's messed up is Trump didn't even show up.
Oh yeah.
I heard he had like Boyz II Men playing in the background singing
End of the road.
End of the road.
Stop it.
Yeah, it's too hard to say goodbye. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yo, he had the two ones playing.
Damn.
No, but but how's the whole thing? Like,
he couldn't say goodbye.
I don't know.
Oh my god.
Dre,
but
what were
Biden
you talking
didn't
about?
show up to the. He didn't go to the closing speech for his the day before. But Biden showed up to the inauguration though. I mean, Pence.
Yeah, Pence showed up.
Pence, he didn't go to the closing of Trump's closing speech, but he showed up to inauguration. So.
It's a lot.
He's saving himself, right?
And they didn't invite the Bidens to do the tour of the White House to hand over the torch
to do the transition. Wow.
They didn't want Hunter running around. That's what it was. Gotta watch that guy.
Can you talk about sour?
Bitterness, sourness.
I mean, all of the above.
Soap opera, like a small soap opera going on between the two.
It definitely felt like a telenovela, to be sure.
Telenovela,
yeah, but But isn't that something that presidents did? They rarely do that. Like they snub one another. I mean, Dre, you were talking about that.
Yeah, it's been a while, but when another president snubbed another president in that way.
No, they said almost 100-something years.
Yeah, look at that. Yeah. Look at that.
Oh, overall. So who was the last person to do that?
I can't remember. They didn't mention it. They just said it. It was like over 100 years.
Probably Theodore. He had like 3 terms, and he was probably like, I'm not going to be here.
It's Trump again making change. The first president to be impeached twice. The first one to snub another president. Hey, he's just making trends. That's how you do it.
Jeez.
But that's what it is.
In the words of Ricky Bob, if you ain't first, you're last.
Speaking.
Here it is. I found it. The last successor to skip inauguration was Tennessee's Andrew Johnson.
So close.
And who beat him?
It was, let's see.
That's
Polk?
real.
I'm a random guess. Polk.
I don't know. We gotta go.
Come on.
I'm still going through it.
So many presidents we just don't care about.
Ulysses S. Grant.
Okay.
Oh, Ulysses. Oh, excuse me. Okay.
Because he was a general.
He was a general, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was a general.
Yeah.
Right.
I forgot what his nickname. He had like a general nickname, like a hard body nickname.
Trump's wife had a farewell letter on my feed for like 30 seconds, and then I didn't
Your
hear
personal feed?
No, like it was just like on Facebook and Instagram for literally like 10 seconds.
What, they deleted it?
And then like I didn't hear anything else about it. Nobody else tweeted about it. No one said anything about it.
So nobody basically cared.
Nobody basically cared.
Basically cared. Kind of felt sorry for her too, to a degree, because it's like you barely heard about her. Because Trump made it about him almost, like 99.9% of the time. How many times did Trump talk about his wife?
I mean, like you said, I mean, not much. I mean, and he showed the love. Well, to each its own on this one. Like, some people say that he wasn't a caring, loving husband, but everybody's different. And
you don't know what goes on behind.
Yeah, we don't know what goes behind closed doors. Yeah,
if she'd be like, "Cut me that check, I'll be happy." You know what I mean?
Right.
Cut me that check.
to him, with all due respect, it's young buns.
Yeah, and then
So
the final act was yesterday when he gave out 100 pardons.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Joe Exotic wasn't one of them.
Joe Exotic had.
Who read that?
Yo, why might I have a limo outside ready before even say yes or no?
No, because his team, they were very optimistic that he was going to get pardoned.
But why?
Because
did he talk to Trump?
No, well, he sent letters and stuff. His lawyers sent letters, and then his team was very optimistic. So they had the Netflix film crew there, makeup artists, just in case he did get pardoned, and the limo outside.
Wow.
Waiting just to get, if he did get pardoned, he was just going to walk out, like.
I mean, but he did my man Weezy good. He pardoned him.
Lil Wayne got it.
Weezy got it.
Another rapper,
Kodak
Black.
Kodak Black got it. You know what I mean? So
only Lord knows why.
Like, I'm talking about deals under the table. Like,
my goodness.
My man Snowden didn't get one.
Nah, they said they took his team told him not to do it because it would have caused too much controversy, and there was a lot of behind the scenes stuff that would have not looked good more on his presidency that wouldn't have helped out.
Yeah,
but they said nah, that would not look too good for you.
And you know what's funny to me? It's like I just wanted to know why did he think the Tiger guy. Why did he think he was going to get pardoned easily? Is he a Republican by any chance?
You guys know?
Nah,
Does that even make a difference?
Nah, I don't think
I mean,
party affiliation matters.
I don't know.
I don't even
like-
think it matters at this point.
But at the same time, I get it. There are certain pardons that people, it's like really questionable. Bill Clinton pardoned some guy who wanted to attack the U.S. of A. Like, he was like, you've been in here about 15 years? All right, we'll let you go. I think you're supposed to be doing life. But it's like, wow, the pardons that these guys do. Kodak Black was on his mind, on Trump's mind.
Like, how does that even like?
I don't even know.
That makes me feel like, is Kodak Black on Trump's playlist?
Who's the rapper that he got out of France? What was his name that he helped got out of France back in the day?
Who?
Trump. He helped extradite him from France. Him and Kanye did like that tag team. Oh man, what was his name?
I think I know who you're talking about. You know what I mean? But
I'm on a t-shirt and I can't even remember.
And then Lil Wayne. I mean, he got a pardon for the weapons and drugs.
That was
it was a gun possession.
Yeah,
but how does that even work now? Like, he's handing out all these pardons, and can he still technically do that?
That was his last act.
It's until I think midnight. He has until midnight. Yesterday.
Okay.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, that was his last
last thing you do is pardon everybody before midnight.
So look, I ain't gonna lie to you. One of my favorite pardons, and I don't care what anybody says about me, was Detroit Mayor Kwame Kilpatrick. If you don't know him, he was running Detroit like it was his own. This is my hood.
Racketeering ring, right?
Racketeering.
Yeah, that's what it was. I remember now.
I mean, you name it. So listen to this: 28-year prison sentence for corruption crimes, and now he's released. Like, literally, probably he said 30 more seconds. Who else?
Right.
Think black. No, just think black. One more guy.
Crazy. Kodak Black.
One more guy who's more important than Kodak Black and Lil Wayne.
Kanye's not in trouble yet. Yeah.
What's the name of the?
Why you say yet?
That's a people.
What's the name of the guy from Detroit? Kilpatrick. Okay, let him go. Like, unbelievable. So, look, guys, we'll be back, but this is so interesting, but we got more to come.
We face the difficulties of today and tomorrow. I still have a dream. Yeah. It is a dream deeply rooted in the American dream. I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident.
Yo, this is 20 Talk, and we're back. This your boy King Karim.
R&B.
Dre Nice.
Steph the Oracle.
Party J.
Let's go.
Yeah, I remember, before we get there, I want to say, the good thing is about the inauguration, the 25,000 troops, the National Guard, thank God nothing happened.
Thank God. Thank goodness.
Thank God it wasn't a week ago. Right. You know what I mean? And that's one of the most positive things. I had people at work worried to come to work today, because of the inauguration. Yeah, thinking that things were gonna happen, locally. Yeah,
but I think you were mentioning before that they were possible riots that they were thinking of planning and things like that. They were boarding up the city again, like they did the last time. I wasn't
even aware of that.
They were scared.
It was scared. Yeah, it's scared it's definitely scary world out there right now, and it's hard to say, you don't want to tell people, oh, don't leave your house, and walking down the street, what's gonna happen. But that's the story of if you know what I mean. But we always thank God and thank God for what we have, or whatever the case may be. Right. And today, the inauguration. I'm gonna be real. When I was growing up, I couldn't stand watching politics. My parents used to force us to watch these things. But now I see the importance of this. I got two nephews, you know what I mean? And now I've said, now I understand why they should be watching these things,
Right.
And it's the power of words that carry us, and today's speech was very important.
It was.
So that's why I feel like, and that's why I feel like, the power of words carries and takes us to places where other things can't.
Right.
And Dre got some words for us from the speech today.
Yeah, what hit me the most was that he talked about unity, about, bringing the country together. And for the last couple of years, for so long, we've had racial injustice. And then he kind of brought that up, that we need to bring each other together. But then one of the quotes that kind of resonated with me was, it says, to overcome these challenges, to restore the soul, and to secure the future of America requires more than words. It requires the most elusive things in our democracy, which is unity. So that was very deep right there. And pretty much that was the whole premise of his speech, of how do we, deal with everything that's going on in this country, with the extremists going on, white supremacy, in which he pretty much touched base that none of that stuff shouldn't be existing anymore.
Right.
But it still is.
It's
still how do we bring this country together? Especially in this time right now where
with COVID and everything going on.
That's
so it's
for sure. And that's where leadership roles come into play.
Definitely.
And now we have new leaders coming up.
Yep.
And this is 20 Talk. So we do have some people that we want to look forward to speak about and hear about in the news. Good things.
Right. Positive
things.
Leaders of the future. And Steph, she knows all about that. And Steph, you said they can get this on Ozzy.com as well, right?
Yeah, you can definitely check it out on Ozzy.com. Here they have a great article that talks about MLK's legacy, and his aspect of justice is just something that's larger than the pieces of ourselves. So I thought that was just a great issue just to take a look upon. And it talks about, in honor of Martin Luther King Jr., that this day introduces you to new leaders that are across the world that are dedicated to making the same changes that he made. So one of the leaders that they talked about was Dr. Alan Sanford. And really, it was just a matter of trying to get the education out there about all the different things about COVID and things like that. So we have all these leaders that are out there trying to educate everybody,
right,
and making the changes that afflict the Black community, that afflict the Latino community, and things like that. Those are the people that are inflicted the most. But with the speeches and things like that, talking about unity, it's just the same pushing forward. This is the same thing we have to do and continue to strive for. So if Biden is the one to do it, and if Kamala Harris is the one to do it, I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
Absolutely. I mean, at this point, all we can do, for me, especially for me, I don't know if you guys will agree with me. I believe in a higher power at this point. Yeah. It's so much going on, and we're gonna see what's gonna happen moving forward. The next 4 years, the next 180 days or monumental for
first 100 days.
well,
yeah,
he-
for 100 days. Excuse
Right.
me,
Yeah,
the first
yeah, yeah.
100 days for
He already signed off
President Biden.
on 17 different executions, like already, like execution orders.
already.
Yeah.
Wow.
man, he didn't waste no time. Damn,
Nah.
No, not executed, but
Who's dying?
dying.
What's going on?
well, like legislative, you know, he
Executive orders.
There you
So,
go.
okay, so who?
With his head.
It scared me. I said, whoa.
Going back
What
to
is
old
this?
times.
What is this?
Medieval times.
Turned 1201. Who did
My
he
man
get
said
killed?
we are getting 17 people off the block right now.
I think it was like 17. One of them was like he mandated federal to wear masks in federal property, you know, like all over the country.
He wants to mandate.
No, he did.
But
He signed off
He
today.
signed off.
Yeah, he
Okay.
signed off
Yeah.
today.
So that was the story that they wanted to. Can they mandate people to wear masks? Well, my job does it. I can't walk
My job
inside.
too.
Yeah. See, what I
So-
question was, what's the difference between that he just signed and what we're doing currently?
Good question.
Before it wasn't
You
a law,
can't-
it was
yeah.
just a courtesy.
Oh, so it's a law
It's
now.
a law.
It's a law.
It's
Yeah.
written law.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
You'll
so-
get a ticket
federal
now,
law.
right?
Federal.
Oh, federal
Federal
law.
law.
Okay,
if
so
you're
now all these
on federal
people-
property.
On federal property only?
On federal property.
Oh.
Oh, federal property
Yeah.
or property
Oh,
only.
okay. All right.
Wow. Well,
But there was another thing that everybody talked about today.
the Twitter rant,
The Twitter rant. Well,
Alexandra.
Alexandra.
Good old AOC.
Oh God, Steph, what is she? Yeah,
What is
I
she
love
not?
her.
What is she not talking about? Here's the thing, like AOC, she, God bless her, she has a lot on her mind, and
She's awesome. I don't care.
You know, listen,
from the Bronx.
to each their own, and you know what it is. She's passionate about her position, and she wants to get the message out there. But you know, here we go, talking about white supremacy and things like that. We have no control over it. It is what it is. But you know, I just say, hey, listen, at least she has access to Twitter, so unlike other people. So just throwing it out there.
Oh boy, unbelievable!
Shots fired.
Shots fired.
And
She shut
before
down
we wrap
Amazon
this
in
segment
Long Island
up,
City, bro.
say it again.
She shut down Amazon in
shut
LIC.
Oh man.
Ah, this guy.
Oh, boy.
I'm with you, Dirty. I got you. I got your back on
The
that
most important thing is he shut down Amazon.
one. He wants his packages even faster.
Oh my goodness.
Drone.
I can get my-
Airdropped.
I can get
Drone
my
drop.
package in 2 minutes. Do it.
I'm there. I can pick it up.
I can
man.
pick it up.
But like I said, before we wrap up this segment, one more thing we missed today.
What did we miss?
How good my girls look today on TV.
Oh, killing it.
Oh, so
Latina.
Killing it.
we had Kamala. We had Kamala. We had Michelle.
I
we
love
had
grown women
J-Lo.
too, boy. I love grown women.
My girls look good.
Oh
You know what
man.
I mean, and this is 20 talk. We want to know what you guys think. Who was the best dressed today?
Lady
J-Lo,
Gaga.
J-Lo.
No.
Gaga.
Come
Lady
on.
Gaga, hands
My girl looking
down.
fine in all white. Come
Steph,
on now.
tell them where to find us
Oh
on
my
20
goodness.
Talk.
You know, you guys know where you can find us. You can find us on Facebook. You can find us on Twitter. You can find us on the Instagram. Don't forget, you can find us on all social media platforms, including your favorite podcasts, Apple, Google, Spotify, Anchor,
Spit.
Breaker Radio.
Talk that talk.
Oh my goodness. Follow us. 20 Talk 20, guys.
Praise the Lord.
Share, follow, please. Oh, and shout out to Throne Radio. They throwing us out there.
Throne Radio, throneradio.com. Don't get it twisted. Carlisle, shout out to you. You put us on first, man. So look, we'll be right back. Your boy Earn B.
Yo, this is King Karim.
This is Dre Nice.
Hey, Steph Diurkel.
Your
Now-
boy Party J.
Now, and our guest, Party J.
Yep.
Party J, I feel like you're not a guest anymore. Yeah, that's 2 weeks in a row.
2 weeks, huh?
You know what I mean?
I think you just got me for the nerdy stuff. I don't know, man.
Now we're all nerds here. You
It's
crazy.
easier for the Marvel.
Man, stop playing,
All right,
son.
all right.
Nah, freak that.
I'm
front,
not
I'm
sexy
front.
nerd.
Yeah, now we're all nerds here when it comes to our shows, our movies. It is what it is. I don't care.
For sure.
You know, and this is a show that we're gonna talk about that hurt my heart for the first 2 episodes. If there was lava next to me
You jumping?
and the show was like a thing in my hand, I'll throw it in the lava.
Wow.
All right.
Yeah, but you were hyped
Damn.
last week, bro. You're like, yo, I can't wait for Wanda Vision.
Why was I hyped last week?
Because it's
what did
Marvel.
They say?
They
What
said-
would they say? Don't say the name of it. Well, what did they say? What was the rating?
They said it was going to be 9.3.
9.3.
Out of 10.
Yeah, man. Listen.
Rotten Tomato, you guys are rotten.
Come on.
Trash or dash.
Look,
it.
let's get into it. Wanda Vision. I don't like the show. Party J, take it away.
Brutally
You
honest.
couldn't get through it? Oh.
Listen, I give it to you from last week. Like you said, Christopher Nolan. Always trusting Christopher Nolan. I'm like for this week. I'm like, you gotta trust in your boy Kevin Feige. My man knows what he's doing with Marvel. It's like the setup episodes. But don't worry, it'll pay off in the end. You got to stick through the long haul, man. Come on, 9 episodes. You could do it. You could do it.
We all could do it. We all could do it.
Okay. Well, where's the lava at?
How hot is it? Like the lava?
It's like as soon as if it was a person and they as soon as they heat.
So they in the snap, like Thanos, just like disintegrates.
Yeah,
man. He saw when he first saw the black and white. He's like trash
off the rip.
I'm not gonna lie.
I said, why did I buy a $2,000 TV to watch
black and white?
To watch black and white.
Oh no!
Oh my god! Because you have to think about it. The superpowers. We're thinking about the superpowers, right, guys?
For sure. I can see where it lost a few people with the black and white because a few people I was watching it with actually fell asleep while we were watching it. And I looked around, I was into it, and I said, yo, why is everybody sleeping right now?
You didn't have to worry about the blue light from the TV on that one.
Oh man!
I, you know what? I'm gonna stay quiet till they call me because I got nothing nice to say about this show. You know,
he's dashing already.
Yeah, I'm gonna let Mr. Party J and Dre Nice take it away.
Yeah, please. Like, tell us about everything that you notice about the show, fellas. What do you call it? The
Easter eggs.
Easter eggs. Wanda Vision Easter eggs. Right, episodes 1 and 2. All right. So the only thing I'm gonna say first off, it starts off with 2 little Easter eggs to Infinity War, where Vision was talking about he threw the plate and it broke. And he's like, you and your flying saucers. It's kind of a little Easter egg to when she threw those 2 big spinning machines.
Oh, at Thanos.
At his general squad with her powers. And she goes, oh, you with your indestructible head. I mean, clearly he got a stone ripped out, so definitely was not indestructible. So I like how that show started off with 2 quick Easter eggs off the bat. Mm-hmm. But this episodes 1 and 2 were filled with a lot of Easter eggs. Man, I counted almost 100 going back and forth, but looking at videos and just looking at it in general. One thing jumps out the bat is her neighbor. Her name is Agnes. So she's kind of like a connection to the Marvel Universe, this person, Agatha Harkness, where if you take the first 2 letters of her name, Agnes, for Agatha, and the last 3, NES, for Harkness, it's kind of like a combination to her name. And Agatha Harkness is kind of like a villain / ally to Scarlet Witch in the books. So yeah, so that's something someone you gotta look out for to see how she plays out in the series in general, see where that goes, see where that character goes, how it develops.
Who's the actress?
Oh, she's the comedian actress. I can't remember what her name is.
Oh my god.
She was in Step Brothers. She was in Step Brothers.
That's what I remember.
I love you, Dale. Favorite comedy movie.
I love it.
I love that movie. Yeah, but so yeah, little Easter eggs of like villains that might be in this movie. You got Mephisto, which is the devil character. Okay. That might subtly play a villain in this movie. 2 lines that popped up were the devil's in the details, where someone else replied back with, that's not the only place he is. So, Mephisto's a big devil character that applies to her as well. He kind of warps into her mind thinking she has kids. So that's how it plays into the end of episode 2. Another character you should look out for is the Grim Reaper. Okay. He's a tech-based villain that also has dark magic powers. Nice. His powers include reanimating the dead and transferring of souls. So that might play a little part with Vision as well. Right. And Nightmare. This is another Marvel character. He's supposed to be the bad guy, or one of the bad guys in the Doctor Strange movie that's coming out, because that's supposed to tie together with it. So you got to watch out for him to see what that plays a role in as well.
And her name's, by the way, is Catherine Hahn.
Yes.
Catherine Hahn.
Oh my god.
Hilarious.
I love her in Step Brothers.
She's so funny. I found her very hilarious in these episodes too.
And I don't mean to backtrack, but man, you said Step Brothers. That movie, I watched that movie 3 times at least. And the part was great. The part when they was just in the car singing the song. And the husband, when he said, "Oh, you ruined it. I'll take over."
This is what I pay piano lessons for, chorus lessons. This is where my money's going.
I'm sorry, man, but that whole movie. But Catherine Hahn, she's amazing. She's amazing.
Cantalina wine.
Wine mixer.
The Catalina wine, right?
Catalina wine mixer.
I really thought it was a thing. I looked it up.
It is.
It is.
No, it is.
It is a thing.
It's
100% a thing.
It's a true thing. It's a
Really?
big event.
And the Catalina Islands, bro. Yep.
Absolutely.
Oh my god.
It's
It
legit.
may not be all crazy and flash as they made it out into the movie,
but it's a
an
legit
actual thing. Yeah.
it's an actual event.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Back
It
to
really is.
WandaVision.
All right, Dirty, what you got? What you got for us?
Yeah, my
Anything?
bad.
Well,
we gotta go back.
It's not Easter eggs, but it's like little questions I had.
Okay, go ahead. What you got?
Why did they throw it away? Why?
Well, first,
$250 million budget. They can't throw it away.
one thing I noticed that it's the way the black and white is back in the day in the '60s, which is the whole proto-feminist movement.
Okay.
Which what they bring the women to the forefront when the husbands were working. This is what we saw what the women did at home. They're always getting in trouble and stuff like that.
What do you mean by that? What do you mean that women
They
at
always
home
get into little mischievous things all the time. Like I Love Lucy, she's always getting in trouble, and she always try to fix the problem before Ricky Ricardo
Ricky
comes
gets
home.
back, yeah.
Oh, boy.
Same thing with Bewitched and all that stuff. So that was one of the movements back then. And then I had a couple of questions. Like they kept mentioning for the children. This is for the
reference to her
children.
kids.
Right.
Reference to her kids that she has.
For the children. And then it seemed like everyone's being brainwashed.
Yeah, definitely brainwashed by her powers.
And
I think.
also another thing where they had the commercials.
Oh, the little in between.
Yeah, the first one was the toaster, which is by Stark Industries.
Yeah, there's a little name he called Vision in one of the movies.
And it had like the noise.
Yeah, the little arc reactor sound. Yeah,
And then the other commercial was the Strucker watch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
which was there to break up the episodes. If you guys don't know, he's the guy. Which was you have a question?
I'm sorry, I have to put my hand up. I don't want to be rude.
Uh-oh.
So this is how awful the show is, yo.
Because we have to explain it to you.
Because it's awful. The first 2 episodes are awful. It's a disaster right now.
I feel the same way, but I took notes.
I mean, but there's nothing we could be like. I can't lie to our fans and say, go check it out for nothing.
For sure.
Because they would say, what are you talking about, Ern? Like, we might not ever listen to you again.
Like, I'm still invested in it just because this is part of our show.
I don't think it's going to pay off in the end, to be honest. Yes, they were slow episodes. If you're really into it, this is definitely not something you should tell somebody, hey, start off with this show. Because for people that are not avid MCU people that are going to watch the whole
Ern's
series.
trying to maintain himself over there. He's just like...
Yeah, I got you.
Like I was saying before, like the whole Strucker watch commercial, that was pretty much for Aaron. Was it Baron?
Baron Strucker, yeah.
And he's the guy who gave Wanda and Vision the powers in the Age of Ultron movie.
Yeah, we gave him the Mind Stone.
Vision wears the Mind Stone, so that's
so Wanda and the brother.
Yeah, Quicksilver.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Because remember, they were in the lab. They were the ones that were messing with the Mind Stone.
Tested on.
Mm.
Yeah.
And big symbol too, sword. So it's the sword symbol that's always on the beekeeper guy.
Yeah.
You see it on the television screen when they pan out the end of the episodes.
Yeah, that was my question. Like, what the hell is sword?
So sword stands for Sentient World Observation and Response Department.
Right.
It's pretty much the little end credit scene at the age of Spider-Man: Homecoming.
Yeah.
Where Nick Fury established the whole organization in space.
Yeah.
It's supposed to monitor for extraterrestrial activity and people trying to destroy Earth and stuff like that. So that's what that was. Another one that was a little cool was the wine battle that he was pouring in episode 1, I believe it was.
Say that again?
The episode 1, he was pouring a wine, and it was something that I mentioned to you last week about a comic book series you should follow to kind of get a backstory of what this whole series is about.
Okay.
It's the backstory of the comics is House of M. So the label on the wine bottle was Maison du Mépris, which kind of translates into House of Contempt, or scorn, or misery. So House of M. So that's, a little Easter egg for that.
Right.
But yeah, I think these first 2 episodes were more of just a plot summary setup to set up the rest of the season. What's going on? Are these people in a dream world? Is she dreaming all this? Is she encapsulating a town?
Right.
You hear like a faint signal of people, Wanda, do you need help? Are you there? Who's doing this to you? Stuff like that.
Right.
So they're trying to figure out what's going on with her, As the series progresses, this I think it'll pay off in the end.
That's the hope.
Yeah, that's the hope. I trust Kevin Feige. So
King Karim is shaking his head over there.
The second episode, which the magician part.
A little
that was based on I guess
2 more comic book people. Yeah.
Glamour and Illusion.
Yeah. 2 more comic book people who are magic husband and wife combo. I believe
so they wanted to blend in with the community and live normal lives, but yet they were still having.
So I was. This is King Karim. I was watching and I was like, Deadpool, come save me, yo. I'm like, yo, where's Deadpool?
Is he gonna pop up?
Please pop up. Something save me from this show.
No.
This is King Karim. I don't do black and white.
Yeah, definitely. Don't do black and white.
No. But yeah, I feel like these first 2 episodes were more Easter egg homages, a lot of that. Trying to, basically set up the whole series.
The warm up.
That's why they put them back to back. That's what I think, and that's why they're doing one every week now. So my hope is that this week's episode's gonna hit us with a banger. Try to reel people back in.
Why Disney playing games? They can't just give them all out like they do in Netflix. Come on now, stop playing games, Disney.
Oh no, Ernst.
I have a question, guys.
What you got?
Well, I do have one answer to that of Disney, just because they don't have enough shows yet overall, so they're taking their time.
Yeah.
All in due time, they're probably going to do that.
For sure.
Just drop them all at once, right?
But right now, it's like they're still catching up to Netflix and Hulu, obviously.
Of course.
Now, the only reason I like this show so far, overall, that I like this part, is because one of the actors, have you guys ever saw Survivor's Remorse? One of the shows LeBron James produced about a few years ago.
No.
Well, it made it to like 4 seasons, right? And there's an actor by the name of Tiona Paris.
Okay.
She's awesome. She actually did the movie, in a Spike Lee movie with Nick Cannon. That movie was horrible, though. The movie was horrible.
Trash.
It was kind of like a play movie, a play mix. Chirac.
Okay.
See, I didn't even see it.
Anything Nick Cannon makes, I don't watch.
No. Don't say that.
Walling out.
Growing up, Nick Cannon had a couple of good movies. Growing up, when we were kids, teenage movies.
Name one.
Can you name me 2 Nick Cannon songs?
No, Drumline.
Come on, Drumline.
Drumline. Okay. I like Drumline. Okay. Next.
So let's go back to Tiana Harris. Paris, right? So, but she's an amazing actor, and she's beyond on the come up. Just look out for Tiana Paris.
Nah, she plays a bigger role in this as well. Her name is Geraldine, but
where is she playing this?
So
in Wanda Vision?
She is actually the grown-up little girl that was in Captain Marvel. Her name in the comics is Monica Rambeau. So she grows up and as I think her name is Photon.
Okay.
Yeah. So she grows up and she has powers as well. So they think that she might not have powers right now, but that's because she's like in this dream world, hex world with Wanda's powers, that she may gain powers from that. From her, but she grows up to be a big she becomes a bigger comic book character.
That's why I'm following this show still.
So you're only following because of one actress?
Because I want to see what she can do.
Yeah, she definitely plays a bigger role for sure.
We know the other actors, right? Overall,
we've
seen them in a lot of movies.
They're all recurring actors.
Because in one of the parts with the magician part, they asked her, "Oh, how'd you do your magic trick?" And he goes, a magician never reveals his secret.
Right.
My assistant does. And then she goes, I will never tell.
Right.
And then she goes, I knew you would say that.
Right. Kind of like watch what
you would say
what will I do in due time,
right.
That type of thing.
And so part of 20 Talk is not every show is going to be a good show. Yeah. You know what I mean? We can't and every show. And every show can't be a good show, so there's gonna be some bad shows we're gonna talk about.
We're the modern day Siskel and Ebert here.
Yeah,
but we gotta talk about the credits, the fake credits at the end.
What you mean?
They had the ending. It had fake credits, and some of the names were Abe Brown.
Okay,
was Abe? Yeah, Abe Brown and Babs Digby.
Okay.
So I think Abe Brown.
Color me confused.
Yeah, I'm just here.
Abe Brown.
I'm just happy to be alive.
He went to school with Peter Parker, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, he's one of the...
He went to school with Peter Parker in Homecoming and stuff like that.
Okay.
And then Babs Digby, I think, is another guy that has like powers or something like that.
Yeah. But trash or dash, it might be trash now, but I'm staying. I'm watching the whole thing. Now. I'm an MCU guy. I'm gonna watch this till the end and love it either way. So I'm not. It's trash for now, but I'm staying. I'm not dashing.
Trash for now, and I might dash later.
Nah, come on.
Okay, I might give another 2-3 more episodes. Other than that,
these are the guys that you invite to your house that eat and let you leave. Like they'll eat your food and they'll just leave after. And just,
all right, guys, thank you for the good time. I'll see you later.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, this is King Karim. Y'all can leave now.
Yeah,
wow.
I mean, that's the way I see these two right now.
This
for
your boy
show.
Dre Nice. I'm here for the food.
I'm here for the food. just here for the.
It's Party J. I was invited.
I just don't want to get fined. Look, man, I'm here as trash, but I'm still here. the color is starting to come back into the show. They're gonna get out the black and white stage, as we can see. So I'll give it 2 more good episodes.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
All right.
That's good to me.
I'll agree with that.
I'll probably give it 1 more episode.
No, I agree with Jay. I think that with Marvel, I think they could surprise you. I mean, the first 2 episodes were a little rough, but I'm with Jay. I'm gonna stick through it and see how that goes. So yeah.
And then part of this segment, I mean, you guys probably set the tone already. Was shows that we couldn't sit through. And
don't you dare say it.
So let me guess, which one is for you?
This is Wanda Vision was definitely one I couldn't sit through. You know what I mean?
You wouldn't even give it a chance.
You know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of like I missed the bus for school and I was stuck home, and these are the only shows that was on TV.
Nah.
That we had to watch.
When you was home, Maury was the shit. Fucking Judge Judy,
Jerry Springer.
I couldn't make it to school. I missed
Jenny
the bus.
Jones.
Yeah,
and
Ricky Lake.
You guys are crazy.
And like besides the talk shows, that's what they had, like these old sitcoms during the daytime. So this is my gots to go moment. I mean, I couldn't sit through this show.
I mean, I'll put it like this, man. You're gonna help me out with this one.
All right, go ahead.
Kaylee Cuoco.
Yeah,
another show.
Miss Big Bang Theory.
If you don't know her, then you've been under a rock for like what, 13 years?
I think
it's
over 10 years for sure.
Over 10 years. Okay, so she's from Big Bang Theory.
Okay.
Good old Penny, next door neighbor.
Penny, that nerd's favorite crush who became his lady and all that good stuff, right?
Yep. First
and foremost, before we talk about Flight Attendant, she's awesome. You have to understand this. She's awesome. She's a producer for Harley Quinn, the animation show. She does the voice over for that show. And that animation, me and Ansel, we talk about it all the time.
All right, so she busy.
So for him to try to crush her, I'm going to fight him after this.
Uh-oh.
Don't do it, bro. You have to watch this show. The beginning phases is tough. I get it, because it's 7 to 8 minutes too long. Literally.
Each episode.
The first 3.
The first 3?
Yeah. So put it like this. You could watch it for the first 35 minutes and then boom. There's like 6-7 minutes of, you didn't have to have this, boo. Remember, I love you. But you didn't have to have this, right? And then after that, 4, 5, 6 episodes are really dope, really intense.
See, I don't know, because now you're saying that you can't give WandaVision a chance, but yet you telling Ansar, government name, King Kareem, to go ahead and give Flight Attendant a chance. King Kareem, you got to chime in on this. You better talk to your boy.
Yo, King Kareem, you know the answer.
I feel like, I give everything a chance. Everybody deserves a chance. But like, and some of them only get one chance.
They're about to break up with us, right?
They don't got the 3 strikes?
Yeah, 3 strikes. I mean, that's pushing your luck sometimes. You know what I mean? But when it comes to these shows, I tell them that first episode is critical. If they don't pull you in that first episode, maybe the second episode. I mean, I give them the second episode, but
you give them the benefit of the doubt, right?
Yeah, that's it. I'm lost. I'm done. I wouldn't even to go to that network no more. Yeah,
like, it does draw you in, but to me, not enough. I only kept watching only because my boy Ern was watching. And I was, let me give this a shot. I'm not a fan of Kaylee Cuoco, but you know what? Like, performance-wise, she did really good. She shows emotion in the show. She shows fear. She shows everything. Like that's what you want.
That's what an actor does,
right? But other actresses don't do that. But she did it.
What do you mean other actors don't do that?
I mean, it had a good premise set up. It had a good premise.
Yeah,
I like the beginning. I think she kind of messed up in a little bit, like how when she woke up and all that stuff, and the stuff is going on. She kind of she woke up to that, a body, yada yada yada.
Spoiler,
right?
That's why I put the yada yada yadas in it.
Yeah.
But you got a lawyer friend. And you don't tell them nothing. That's your A1 go-to. Like, yo, what do I got to do in this situation? I'm in another country. I got to leave now.
Right. But the show it's gotten better, guys. But you, King Kareem, you said something about the first episode of any show. Any show has to be good. Game of Thrones.
That ending of
first season,
that ending of the first episode of Game of Thrones. If you didn't watch the whole episode of Game of Thrones,
of the first episode, season 1,
episode 1,
you loved it.
Loved it. Yeah. No, I didn't love it until the end of the episode.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
you won't get that with this.
Yeah,
Okay.
you won't. Yeah,
You gotta keep watching.
So if you don't get the another show I'm actually watching right now, it's from 2019, is Raising Dion, and every episode ends in a suspense.
Pretty cool.
And that
doesn't do that.
Yeah, that like wait a minute. I was like last night I had to like force myself to go to bed because every episode is ending on a suspense, leaving it open for the audience.
Yeah, like for me it was The Boys. That whole first episode,
100%.
it just captivates you in, just to keep
100%.
watching. This didn't do it for me. You know, this is like one of those like mystery romance novels that that women will read on the train and stuff like that. And
I mean, another thing, like
He said women on the train. He got specific.
Yeah.
Like,
specific, and I'm like, okay.
Well,
Okay.
they don't have e-readers, bro. They can't. They can't.
I mean,
on their phone or something, on the iPad.
In all fairness, like there was another show that I was watching that I'm trying to get through. It's called P Valley. Now, here's my thing. P Valley literally stands for Pussy Valley. For me, yeah, serious. No,
I gotta
no
watch
game.
the show
M-
now.
I-
So
double
it's
S, yeah.
But here's the thing: it's the first episode that will draw you in.
Okay.
For me, it's a little hard because I can't relate. So for me, it's like I'm gonna give it a chance. Go ahead. I see your face
You
already.
see his face.
I see it.
I think he loves the show.
Where is this valley located?
No,
In the
P Valley.
Oh, yes,
P Valley. I did feel the same way.
Oh.
I watched it, and it did take me more than an episode to get pulled in. You know,
But yet you still,
but it had naked
but
women
you still
on there.
gave the pussy a chance, though.
You still gave the
it,
pussy.
It had stripping
Just
women.
saying.
You always give
You
it a
gotta
chance.
give you gotta give your strippers a
Always.
chance. You gotta give your strippers.
Okay, so because I don't relate, it's just like it was kind of hard for me to
So is
try and stuff.
P Valley like a modern day Players Club type thing?
No, absolutely not. Nah.
With
How
the
many
strippers and
episodes did you
stuff?
see?
The whole I bodied the whole thing.
You bodied the
bodied
whole
the
thing?
whole
the whole thing. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That definitely.
I want more women naked.
Definitely.
More.
No, it's definitely a topic, open discussion. There's a lot to talk about in P Valley. There's a lot
Or
going on.
not to talk about
Yeah.
because all them ladies is naked.
No, but that there's more. Besides the naked ladies, there's a lot more to talk about.
Yeah,
You know
I
what
mean, I'll
There-
take a crack at it.
Yeah, definitely take a
Alright.
crack
It's
at
on
it.
Stars.
It's on
so if you haven't
Stars.
checked, I'm gonna continue.
You know what I mean?
I'm gonna give it
Um,
a chance, just like everything else. I'm gonna give it a chance. So
Okay.
So and there's not just the naked ladies. Just everybody has the individual story, and that's what brings you into the show.
right.
You know, that's what brings you into the show. So and like with P Valley, you know, a lot of it is new actors, new actresses.
Mm-hmm.
I think one or two had some previous talent, previous roles also. You know what I mean? But definitely P Valley is on my list. Is not trash or dash. You know what I mean? It's definitely worth a watch.
Okay, so I'm gonna continue with that then.
Okay, nice.
And he got a 6.8. So
And
rating is that's not bad. That's not
I
bad
need
at
8
all.
or better.
On a 10,
8 or better.
Out of 10, yeah. He
So
said
what did flight attendant get?
flight attendant? Come on, man.
well, we already know what Wanda Vision
Like me,
got.
like 9.3.
9.3.
My God.
See,
Yeah,
like
people-
the flight attendant.
7.1.
Like,
Ha!
like it's
at
more
that.
like one of those like mystery suspense shows.
Mhm.
You know, and I do like mystery and suspense, but the way that it's going, like I don't know.
Maybe it's the same thing like they did with
The cast
Wanda
is great.
Vision.
The cast
Yeah,
is great.
it's probably the same thing. It's almost like a build up. It's the warm up, you know. So
I'm on episode 4, and I'm like, I had to turn it off. I'm like, I can't.
All right, so everybody, we told you what
Yeah,
y'all
how we
needed to
feel,
know.
yeah.
You know, get back to us, all right? And like I said, Wanda Vision.
Give it time. Give it time.
Give
Trash
it-
or
give it-
dash.
Give it a chance.
it's-
Give it a
the
chance.
color's coming back, so all right, and check out Flight Attendant. All right, so
on HBO, right?
HBO Max,
Yeah.
HBO Max.
And if you want to watch P Valley, that's on Stars.
All right,
like Ernst said, you know what I mean? We want to know what you guys walked out on.
Let us know. Give us your feedback.
Let us know what you walked out on. You know what I mean? Yeah, and that's just like so this way I don't make the same mistake. I believe in that. Yeah, I mean, hey, give me an honest opinion. I don't want to make the same mistake you did. Like, you know what I mean? So let us know. 20 Talk, what you guys walk, and 20 Talk, the third part of our show, and it's always my favorite part of the show. You know, we got funny talk.
Funny talk.
And today, the first shot at 20 Talk, we call it When Children Strike Back.
Dun dun dun.
Yeah.
oh my
So,
God.
so you know, parents and kids, like, you know, me growing up, I could have never got back with my parents.
Nope.
Never. They was right no matter how wrong they was.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
No
Talking
matter
back.
how, so like, And I don't care, how wrong they was always right. Yeah. They would hit me with some line like, do as I say, not as I do, and be out.
That's it.
That was it.
Hit lessons.
Story was over.
That's it.
You know what I mean? But this girl, she took it to a whole nother level. I'm talking about she got the feds involved for her family.
Crazy. Oh my God.
Steph, give them the backstory.
So we're focusing today on, oh my God, Helena Duke. So apparently her mother was part of the whole Trump rally. And the thing is that she outed her mother for being there. Yep. So she posted it on Twitter. She put, "Mama, is this you?" And I was like, oh my goodness, what is going on here? So the backstory is, I'm going to put the link in Facebook. It's a great interview with her and the co-host talking about how she was first told by her mom to not be part of other protests, for example, the BLM movement, saying that it might have, come out with a violent outcast and things like that. But yet her mother's over here throwing fists.
Yep, Capitol Hill.
Capitol Hill.
Broken nose.
Causing ruckus with a
broken
bleeding nose.
On national television.
And just making a muck. So it's just like, the hypocrisy is real, guys. But the girl, she's gangster.
So like, my parents are on social media. Like, and like, when my mom first texted me, I was like, this gonna be bad. I'm like, wait, now my mom's on Instagram. Now my mom's on Facebook. Now I don't know if my mom has a Twitter. But, I know if I did that to my mother, she would take me out this world just like she got me in here.
Easily.
Like, there's no way I would get the feds on my mom.
That's wild.
But isn't that every mom's favorite line? I brought you here, I could take you out.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't use that line, but
she taking her mom out for like 30 years. Or how she gets locked up?
Oh, dude,
it's crazy. The interview, and what happens is in that interview, it also follows up with the security guard that actually punched the mom in the face.
Right.
So it was almost like the security guard was put in a rock and a hard place. So she was confronted, and she had all these people around her, and her mother was there.
Right.
And it's just like, you stand up for something else, and yet you over here
telling me not to do it
because it might turn violent. And here we go. It's just.
I mean, hey, you guys don't think this is funny. I think this is hilarious.
I think it's hilarious.
She getting kicked out the house.
Talk about the tables.
She big got kicked out.
But her mom told her, if you go to the BLM movement, you're out this house.
Yeah, you're no longer
part of this household.
This house, yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, crazy.
How the tables have turned.
Yeah. Obviously she has a black boyfriend.
Is that what you think?
That's what I think. And I have a feeling we're going to see pictures all in due time, but that's real. Like, we talk about sibling rivalry, but this is like parent versus child. Like, this is it's a point where you have to say, okay, you know what? Me and my mom is beefing, but okay, I'm not gonna overdo it. I'm tripping. She said, "F that." This is the bitch right here. Go get her.
Yeah.
Not even the cops, the feds.
Yeah, she forwarded to the feds.
It's like, me and my mom is beefing, but we keep it in the family.
Right, of course.
She
absolutely.
took it to Twitter.
Yep.
Wow. Hashtag FBI, hashtag police, hashtag Capitol Hill.
No.
Hashtag, yeah, my mom was there.
She put a geotag on her mother because she didn't even know her mother was there.
Nope.
So she was like looking through her Twitter feed. Imagine you going through your Twitter feed and you see your mom's face.
Right.
Like, what?
She's like, Mom, is this you?
Right.
Like, Mom, is this you?
Gotcha. How did she find out? Did one of her friends say, "Yo, I think I see your mom getting smacked"? Is that your mom's right here with the bloody face, yo?
Like, it was on TV, the whole punch and everything.
Yo, that is my mom. Let me get the feds. That was the first thing on her mind.
She's like, hold up.
My question: does she still count as a snitch?
Yes.
100%.
So she's a snitch.
Obviously.
Yeah.
But what did the mom do overall wrong though? Was she the one to storm into the Capitol Hill, or was she just outside?
Well, I mean, looking at the footage here, it looked like she was just part of the rallies that were there in the first place. But what happened was, with the security guard, she felt threatened. She felt that her life was in danger.
She looked like a snitch in this
Yeah,
video.
she was yelling at the officer.
She was yelling at the officer. They were trying to take her keys. They were trying to take her phone. And, you know, she had to defend herself. And she goes, yeah, hi, Mom. Remember that time you told me I shouldn't go to the BML protest because they could go violent? Is this you?
She got snuffed off.
Did she lose her hood card by snitching to the feds?
No.
Not
We'll let this one slide.
We'll let this one slide. That's an isolated incident. Like, yeah, all right.
Nah.
Damn, nah,
Isolated.
come on.
Nah, that ain't it.
She. No, we'll let
This
this.
ain't eternal, man.
I'll let this one slide.
Yep, this one's out there.
You know, because she wanted to go to the BLM movement, you know, to support a real cause. You know, this was I think Trump would want us to do this. Do what? Like, do what? Like, I don't know, but let's just go over there and do this.
Let's go make him win.
Pure nonsense, yo.
Yeah.
You know, now she's good with us, man. Like I said, she got a black boyfriend.
There's a lot of nonsense going on. I mean, speaking of nonsense, I mean, we had next topic. We had another funny news. Sad but funny at the same time.
It's hilarious.
Nothing happened wrong, so it's not sad.
Well,
I mean,
the situation is sad. The situation is sad, but
my man had morals.
We criminal with that. This guy
with good intentions.
No, this guy called me. We said criminal with a heart, right?
Yep.
Yeah, go ahead.
Criminal with a heart. Yep.
Criminal with a heart. I mean, Dre, take it away, bro. Yeah.
This article pretty much said, man steals car with child inside, returns child and scolds mom before driving off.
My man returned the kid like he didn't want to catch an extra charge.
So my man stole the car, realized there was a 4-year-old in the back seat. He's like, hold up, who's crying back there? Turns around. In my mind, I imagine him throw the kid out. You a bad mother, you shouldn't be doing this and that. Right. And all of a sudden just scolded at her and then just drives off.
How you giving me an extra charge?
And he steals the car. He's stealing.
Like,
how does this happen?
So good news, he returned the kid. Right. Bad news, he still stole the car.
He still stole the car.
And
why y'all laughing? That's not funny.
Nah, that's hilarious.
It's a criminal with good intentions.
Criminal with a heart.
Criminal with a heart.
So he knows where to draw a line.
Right.
I just want the car, not the kid.
Because obviously, so if I'm right, the reason he got upset is because he's driving off because clearly nobody's around. Right. It's not like he forced her in. Give me the keys. He said, "Oh, we out. Like, let's go. BMW 325. Wait, what is in the back? Oh, hell no." So he came back and said, "Yo, this is how you treat your child?"
Oh, man.
He's like, I should report you for reporting me for stealing your car.
Child endangerment.
And leaving your child unattended.
This is so
he
twisted.
Probably can, though.
This is so wrong.
I was thinking about that, like child endangerment.
Yeah,
right?
it is child endangerment.
Right?
Absolutely. Like the child's in the car by themselves.
So the question is,
was the car running?
We don't know.
Okay.
But it says here that the officer made a statement. It says that we're thankful he had the decency to bring the little one back.
Wow.
So the question for me is, who is more in the wrong? The mom leaving the kid unattended or him stealing the car?
Him stealing the car.
The mom.
Him stealing the car.
Maybe he needed it for something.
Dude, I remember.
Don't forget that.
I remember when we had our first child. His name is, I'm not going to say his name. She went to the supermarket. She waved at me to come get the groceries. It wasn't even like 4 cars away. Just because I left the kid inside by himself, just to go grab the bag, she yelled at me.
Wow.
Remember that time?
No, I do not recall.
She's like, you don't ever leave a kid by himself in the car. And I'm like, you just waved at me to come help you with the bags. We were right there next to the car.
Hold on. How old was he?
He was just born. He was like 6 months old, probably.
Oh, boy.
I don't know.
Now I think I now remember. Yeah, you probably deserved it.
But I'm like, I'm right here. So I'm just helping you with the bags.
Here's the thing. When you're a new time mom, and this is the thing, you worry and you
for sure.
This is first time.
Motherly instinct.
Yeah, but now the second child, I was like, yo, we go inside the store, we leave him in the car. Is that what we doing now? No.
Is that what we doing?
But is that what we doing? No. But you just have to be precautious. That's all. But the guy that's stealing the car is in the wrong. Come on. Now.
I don't know. Nowadays,
he had a good heart. He had a good heart.
Next time you're gonna see this kid driving the car.
You have a good heart. You don't steal the car.
Yeah, I mean, I think the kid might be driving the car next time. Yeah.
It says he drove back and ordered her to take the child out the car. And then drove away.
But yeah, the reality is, the kid's not in the car alone, unattended,
with the key.
That wouldn't have happened, right?
Right. We don't know.
So,
Yeah, right. She probably left the car running. Probably ran into the store real quick to get something, a cup of coffee. Who knows?
But and the truth of the matter is, like, anything can happen, right? And within minutes, and that just happened.
Right.
Within minutes, probably.
And it happens all the time.
So she's branded a bad mother.
So I ain't gonna say she's a bad mother because it could have been 3-minute situation to get coffee or whatever she was doing, right? But within 3 minutes, something went wrong that fast because the child was alone.
But he's a good criminal. She's a bad mother.
Oh, that's great.
No.
He's a good criminal.
No.
What is he, Michael Jackson? He's a smooth criminal?
Nah, get out of here.
But Mr. Party J got something to tell us too.
All right, so we started off with the inauguration. It's only fitting that we kind of end with it. And memes rule the internet.
The earth.
And my boy Bernie Sanders got hit hard today. My man was dressed up like he was an old man ready to leave the party right away.
Oh my God.
My man is plastered all over, sitting down with his legs crossed and his gloves on and his mask on like he about 5 minutes ready to leave this. And he is all over the place. They got him sitting in the Game of Thrones chair ready to leave. They got him sitting next to Christie on the beach. They got him sitting next to those old beams that they used to have like back in the day, those picture frames.
The
you see the workers? 1920 workers just sitting on there like one of the guys eating his lunch.
Yeah.
on the beams.
On the beams.
On the beams.
My man got murdered today in the mean game.
The best part, he got mittens on.
Mittens. My man got those gloves with like with the cut off fingers that you could recover them with the other part of the mitt.
Little kid gloves.
Oh my God.
No, Bernie. Shout out Bernie Sanders, man. I mean, the one that
same age as Biden, right?
No, they both old.
They're a year apart. That's unbelievable. That's two different guys.
My man was ready for his nap. Right? That's all he knew. It was snowing outside. He said, "I ain't built for this. Get me out of here."
Oh my! Wasn't there one with him on the train?
Oh my God, he was on the A train too. They got him on the A train. Like next stop. Like, I'm ready to go.
Next stop, the inauguration.
So man, yeah, you know how they got the ladies got the stink walk. I don't know if y'all seen that. If you didn't look it up, the stink walk. It's like it was like a challenge, like maybe 3 weeks ago.
Okay.
He had the stink sit. He got that. Like, I know I would have been better as president, but whatever. That's how
I'm only here because I have to be.
Yeah, So he probably didn't have to be, but I think he's gonna be part of the cabinet, right?
Cabinet.
Right.
Maybe I don't know here.
Shout out Bernie Sanders, though. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, man.
Well, if you could take a joke, you good with 20 talk.
Thank you.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, anybody who could take a joke. If you guys, we do talk about some sensitive stuff, but it's all in good taste.
You can't laugh at the end of the day.
Oh man, Skynet be doing his thing, man.
Skynet.
Here we go.
We're trying to figure out who's making these memes.
Who is the official meme generator of the world?
AI bot somewhere. It has to be.
Gotta be David Chappelle at this point.
You're giving that man all the credit.
My favorite comedian next to Martin Lawrence, but it has to be him. He's probably bored at times and he just goes in. So it's hilarious though, man. Could you imagine though if you think about it? He went up against Biden to get the Democrat what do you call that? Democrat candidacy, right?
Yep.
To go against this guy and say the things that he said, because he said some pretty harsh things about him, and now he's sitting there with the stank sit, like, I can't believe I'm here, I'm ready to go. It's unbelievably funny, man. So I love it, man. So before we leave, guys, we have a quote for the show, right?
Well, you know what I mean? We're gonna always end on a positive note,
right?
You know what I mean? And we said we're gonna start doing the quote of the show. And today's quote of the show, is I said it's gonna be, it has to do with the inauguration. It has to do with what's going on. I always say to everybody who asks, be careful who you take advice from. You know what I mean?
Drop that wisdom. Drop that wisdom.
So advice could, it's all about interpretation, and it's all about all the information. You know what I mean? So when you get advice, make sure the person knows everything.
Right. Get the facts.
Get the facts. You know what I mean?
Don't assume.
There's 3 sides to every story, and this is 20 Talk. This is your boy King Karim with the quote of the show.
This is your boy R&B.
This is your boy Dre Nice.
Hey, it's Sister FDRco. We want to also thank our special guest today, Mr. Party J.
Thank you guys for having me 2 episodes in a row. You guys are doing big things. Wish you guys all the luck.
Thank you.
Maybe happy again in the future. But do your thing, guys. You're doing great.
Thank you, guys. Don't forget, follow and share on 20 Talk on Facebook, on all social media platforms. You can follow us on Instagram. You can follow us on Twitter and TikTok. Don't forget, you can also follow us on all the major podcast platforms: Anchor, Spotify, Apple, Google, Breaker Radio, 20 Talk 20. This is it, guys. Follow.